All right, welcome back to firststep.ai. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the content thus far. In today's video, we are going to build a scraper for some local businesses that I'm trying to reach out to render some services for, maybe some automation help with their communications. So what we're going to build today is we're going to have Gemini here kind of prompt us to build a scraper for local businesses in the area for barbershops right now. So we want to pull the shop name, shop owner. Do they have a website? We want to try to get their email and phone number. Are they using what socials are they using? We want to deep research their socials to see how active they are on the socials, and what booking software do they use, or if they don't use. Because that could be a great segue for us to kind of move them into some automation tools, right? So here we go. Remember, guys, we're using a VM to do all this. So let's see. You don't need to manually search. Use a library like Outscraper or a local playwright script to pull the basics: shop name, website, phone number, and address. So stage 2, the tech stack: detective, booking software. Right. So most barbershops use a few specific platforms: Booksy, Fresha, Squire, Vagro. You can detect these without visiting the site manually by looking for specific signatures in the website's code. Stage 3, the social media stalker. Your agent can visit their Instagram, Facebook, found via their website, and check, recency, all that stuff. Great. So we're going to build a deep research Python script. This script uses Playwright to look at the shop's website like a human and extract the data you asked for. Beautiful. Imagine that. All right. So let's pop up our little PowerShell right here, and let's get cooking on it. All right. All right, so we got some errors going on here. We're going to have to troubleshoot a little bit of this. So guys, this is part of it. If you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you guys smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, and tick the notification bell. Appreciate all you guys continuing to tune in to these videos. Let's see. So we are going to have it export this data into a CSV, so we can manually extract this data and look at everything we want to do. Perfect. You need a CSV library and the Gemini API. Since you're on the free tier, Gemini 1.5 Flash is perfect because it has a high rate limit for this kind of batch processing. Perfect. So we're going to have to, get our Gemini API key and kind of do all of this stuff here. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll show you guys how this ends up playing out. All right, so here we go on the pip install. So we're gonna Control C out of this, and we're gonna pip install. When this actually goes. Here we go. So we're installing the crawler right now. So after the dependencies are installed, we want the core automation script. We're going to create this file right now. This is a Python file, so you can just make a text file, and we just copy and paste this in, import CSV. We're going to save as research. This is our research agent. Right, so research underscore agent.py, we're going to save it to our first step.ai folder, so our agent knows where to grab it from. And then we got to go to get our Gemini API key, and then the watchdog trigger. To make this truly no touch, you can set this script to run every time you add a new URL or to a text file. That's great. All right, so we got to do a little troubleshooting here. We need to upgrade the pip setup tools wheel. So we did that. All right, great. Install the engine. All right, so we've installed the Playwright script. We're installing the crawler right now, and then we're going to install the Gemini Brain. This is the part where I'm going to need the Google API for. So let me get this up real quick. So it's still installing the crawler right now. This is amazing stuff that we're able to just build this real fast to scrape all this data and have it export into a CSV. And then we can just go out and try to hit up these clients and tell them how we can save them some time booking clients. This is exactly what AI automation is all about. And these are going to be some great tools we're going to build here for you guys to use in the future. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, and tick the notification bell if you guys are enjoying these AI videos, setting up AI agents on your own VM. Okay, so we got a bit of an error message here. We're going to troubleshoot this here with Gemini and see what the problem with that was. Looks like a Visual Studio issue. So this is on the crawler that we had an issue. We successfully built out or installed the Playwright. So let's see what Gemini can troubleshoot here for us. Okay, so I'm going to have to open the Visual Studio installer, modify current installation on the workloads tab, check desktop development with C++ on the right side. Start terminal. All right, so we're going to just do that real quick. That's not really something that you guys want to really be paying attention to too much. These are just some troubleshooting things that you might run into when setting up some of these agents. Okay, so we just had to install some dependencies from Visual Studio Installer to get this to hopefully work. So So we were in the middle of doing the crawler. So we're gonna prompt that again to install. And it's going to take us through this whole process again. Hopefully we don't incur any error messages. And we can move on to the brain. So we did get this issue. Failed to build installable wheels for some Pyro PY project. So this may not be a big deal, but we want to make sure that all this stuff installs smoothly so that when we do go to scrape that we get the right data and it's not missing stuff. So let's see what happens here. Okay, so back to the Visual Studio installer. We're going to pause this again, and we'll jump right back once we are back to installing the script. All right, so we just finished the Visual Studio installer, that dependency that we were looking for here. So we're going to try the crawler again. Hopefully we don't have any issues again. I apologize for the rinse and repeat issues, technical problems here I'm having with this agent. All part of it. It's the first time I'm doing this, so you guys are going to experience these types of similar issues on your guys' builds as well. This is all part of it, guys. Eventually what this is going to do is going to save us a lot of time in the future. So a lot of upfront investment to learn and do, and hopefully this all kind of pans out here. Cool. So hopefully we don't get that error message again. And we still got the same error message, it looks like. Failed to build installable wheels for these type of prog. Oh, it's failing on the insiders VC tools. So I'm not sure that that's really a problem, but let's see if the insiders, maybe I need to install these as well, these dependencies on here. So it looks like, okay, these weren't installed. So we need MSVC143 and Windows 10 11 SDK. And I think that's what we need. Because the error message was on the insiders here. So I think after this should fix the problem with the library installs here. Well, we're going to find out shortly. All right, so it looks like our crawler is about to be fully installed here. And then we're going to install the Gemini brain. And then we're also going to have to install the Chrome extension for the Google Maps. All right, so the crawler basically installed. If it really doesn't produce what we want, then we know that one error message is kind of holding us up. But we did install the generative AI through PowerShell. We're now going to create this conveyor belt script, auto research.py. And this will be our auto researcher. This is what's going to actually run and set up everything. So I'll need to put my Gemini key in here as well. All right, so I think we've got everything set up. Let's try to see if we can get this to run. So I think we did. So the automation loop. All right, so we actually have to run this in Python. So we'll run this in Python. Maybe I'm confusing this with something. Google Maps scraping, go to Google Maps, search. Okay, we're going to go to Google Maps and use Insta Data Scraper extension. Instant Data Scraper extension. First, we're going to type in barbers in Reagen County. Okay, and then we're going to go to extensions. And I don't know if it's going to work on Edge, but we'll try. Instant Data Scraper. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so this may need to be run on Chrome. So we'll just download Chrome real quick. All right, so I think we're ready to start scraping this data. Let's see if we can do it. So we're going to get the seed list here. We have the data scraper from Chrome. So we're going to search for barbers in Reagen County. We're going to click search. And we're going to pop up our data scraper. And export the results to a CSV. So hang on a second. So we have this selected, and so it's going to start crawling it. No element with a scroll bar found. Yeah, let's try this again. So what did it actually do? Let's see. That's not really anything good. So let's go how to get this crawler to work. So this is very important. Like we have a lot of these. I think all of this is actually working. So bear with me here, guys. I apologize. This is going to be maybe a longer video than I expected it to be, and that's fine. So we want to run these Python commands, I believe. I think all this stuff works. Let's see. We'll run a test. Okay, I think I need to. Anyways, let's. Yeah, we need to run these in Python, I believe. All right, so it looks like we're finally getting somewhere. Our first step AI engine is online. We did have some dependency that wasn't on a supported version, but we're going to see if we can still run this without it. So let's see. All right, so let's see if we can actually run the scraper and have it export to an Excel sheet. Verify with the doctor. Let's see if this is ready to go. We're running the crawler AI health check. And this is the furthest we've gotten all night. Crawling test passed. Beautiful. Our crawler works. That's awesome. We bypassed some dependencies. Thank you so much, Gemini. And so I think we're ready to run our agent. Let's get it rocking. Okay, so we need to update the generative AI for Google, for Gemini. So we're gonna try to do that real quick. So let's give it this error and see why this isn't working. I think it has to do with the other dependency. So let's see if that's the reason. This is a longer video than I expected. It's about a 30-minute video. I apologize for all the pausing in between, but there's a lot of things happening. So yeah, so the LXML 5.3 is an older version, but it would only let us install the 6.02. So there's been conflict of dependencies going on here. So it's gonna have me do all this all over again, and we'll see. We'll try this again. So we're manually installing the different versions to bypass this error. So let's see if this finally works. Okay. And we'll test the engine. AI engine is online, so that's good. So we bypassed the Windows build error. Beautiful. And so now we're going to run the agent. I cannot import any web crawler. There's an issue with our web crawler. We'll check that out. All right, so we got the crawler to work. It's grabbing all of these barbershops in Reagen County right now. Right. So we just scraped about 18 pages of barbershops in Reagen County. And then we'll do Morris County. All right. So we'll first take the Reagen County ones here and kind of make a list with it. So, okay. So after this is actually quite extensive what we're building here, but yeah. All right, so I finally got the research agent to grab the CSV file from the scraper that I ran. I edited the spreadsheet here for business name and address, the two fields that it wanted, and now it's actually grabbing the URL. I'm using DuckDuckGo instead of Google because Google API requests, it was requesting too fast and too quickly. But if you use DuckDuckGo, you won't have that problem. And so that I found to be very interesting. I'm probably going to do a follow-up to this video because there's a lot of pausing and a lot of troubleshooting going on. But hopefully you guys enjoyed what I did show you guys. And make sure you drop a comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. We're going to show you guys the finished product here in the next video too. All right. Thanks so much.